The cops just drive by your house.
Yeah, you can hear them.
Dude, I just heard wow, 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 wow.
You know, being out here in the sticks, kind of on the outskirts, you don't really hear that
You
much.
ain't the fucking sticks.
Kind of.
No, not even a millisecond, bro.
I'm in the
No.
outskirts. I'm not in the city by any means. What would you call this?
Would you call that the one you're off of a
There's more
fucking.
trees in
You're
around
off of
my
a.
house, probably than on your whole block. Welcome back to the Dauntless, where last week we had a rabbit racing a snail in the backyard. What a fantastic time that was. Could you elaborate more on that, Cody, please?
Yeah, talk about a slow mo camera. If you want to talk about that rabbit race, you'll have to tune into last week's episode. I think that was the dragon episode. If you want to just take a look at Dauntless episode 7, you'll know what we're talking about. Anyways,
Insane. That was wild.
this week we're going to break it down with a little bit more structure. Judging now that we have 6, and it will tomorrow after recording this. I know it doesn't make sense in our time frame right now to you, but we'll have our 7th episode out. So now we've been able to learn a little bit about what you guys like to hear. So we're going to add a little more structure to this episode, and we're going to start off every week with what we like to call the rundown. So the rundown is going to be a compilation of kind of what we were already doing called This Past Week. We're going to do the rundown, and that's going to also mix in a little bit of current events and news. So the first segment of Dauntless going forward is going to be the rundown, and we'll let Matt start off this week's rundown.
What's new for me? I tried a new game today, a new video game.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
It's called Smite. It's been out for years. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
You played that before.
No.
You played that before at your house on the south side. Yeah, with
On
it might have been
Xbox.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think I had a
exactly.
demo,
Yeah, you played with Kyle. I
but I
remember.
played more hardcore. I played
You
more
ma-
hardcore today
you ma-
on
oh,
PC.
okay.
It's a
Okay.
much better experience. Do you know what
Isn't
that
that the
is?
one isn't that the one that's based off Greek mythology?
It is. Well, not just Greek mythology, all mythology. You could be the Norse mythology. You could be the Egyptian mythology. You can be Greek mythology. So today,
Yeah.
oh, you know what the coolest thing is? Since I played last 10 years ago or whatever, they added King Arthur into the game. I was
No
King
shit.
Arthur today.
How
It was
awesome
the
is
best thing
that?
ever. That's the first time I've ever been able to be my username
Dude, I'm
in
hyped
a
for you.
fucking actual video game.
Dude, that's cool. But I do remember you playing Smite years ago, and the only reason I know it's a Greek mythology game is because you were playing it. And
Oh, I
there's
bet. Yeah, I think it was. I played it. I think I had it on Xbox. It was like a demo or something.
I was gonna say I remember that game. I
Not a
remember
demo,
it.
but probably like
it
a free to play
we
thing I
never really
downloaded. Yeah, never
like
got
us.
into it like that.
I was gonna say us like as gamers in the same group never got into it as a game we played together. But I do remember you running a couple matches. I do remember you telling Kyle to get it. Kyle did buy it, and he
He
was
didn't
playing
get
it
it.
for a
No,
while. I thought he did. I
no,
thought
my high
Kyle
res because I didn't even know my name and password. My name and password for that game is old shit, dude.
old shit.
Old shit.
That's a weird name.
Not literally, dude. I'm talking
Uh,
about it's just old, like past me, dude. I didn't even know what it was. Now, this is how bad it was, right? It's how much I didn't play that game. Not only did I forget my password, I forgot my username. I had to forget username, go through all these steps, and once I found out my username, I was like, sick. I know my username. I then had to do forgot password. Now that I knew my username, did the forgot password. So then I had to get the password reset thing, dude. So I lost my
sounds like a lot
username and
of
my
fun.
password. And guess what? I got it all back.
That's good.
And I log in and I have nothing. So I didn't play that much.
So there really was no reason to reset everything.
No, it was dumb. I wish if it wasn't my same email, I would have just made a new account.
Right. I was gonna say it's not like you were
But I
resetting it
tried. I
all.
tried to create account. I'm like, I'm not going through all that. I'm gonna create account. I just made my email. It's like this one already exists.
Oh, okay. I get it. I was gonna say it's not like you were doing it for accolades.
Right. So, but that was cool. That's what happened in the last week. Still playing PUBG. Still doing stuff. I mean, that's with me. Anything specific with you before we get into worldwide stuff?
Yeah, I guess we'll tell the people within the last week. I went from, so when we started this pod, I was on a day shift position at my job, and now I'd like to tell everybody that I'm still at the same job throughout this entire journey. It's just that you were 10:45 to 6:45 on Wednesday. You got the same shift, 7 times in a row. Then you get to change the shift, which is 3 or 2:45. Then you got 7 times in a row. You that third shift, you come in at 6:45 and you work till 2:45, and then you do that 7 days in a row, starting on a Saturday till Friday. When you get out at 2:45 that Friday, you're off pretty much. The details are, but I should be on day shift for a long time now. So yeah, that's one of the new things that happened to me within the last week, and I thought I'd share that too. And now we can move on to, like you said, national or international or whatever it may be.
So we got to talk about that Apple coming out.
Oh man, the Vision Pro.
That's what I heard. I heard it was good. I checked out that Vanity Fair that you asked me to look at.
Read that article.
Yeah.
Boy, dude, I'll tell you what. When it comes to VR, I think it's going to be the big brother to everything that's currently out.
Maybe.
I mean, I really do. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be the first. Like, if you look at, all right, you remember what like the first Apple computer looked like?
Yeah.
Like the aesthetic of it and everything and how it worked.
Or is that the one that was like see through that we had?
But back then in this. Yeah, back then in the 70s, though, everybody thought that was like high tech looking and everything, right? So right now, here we are in 2024. They reveal this Vision Pro, and now we all see it. We all think it's like high tech looking, but in all actuality, that is like the first Mac. And in like 15, 20 years from now, we're gonna have like Ready Player One Oasis level shit.
We got to talk about price point, though. I mean,
feel about it. $3,500 is ridiculous.
Very expensive.
Ridiculous.
And judging by what the Oculus 3 is doing, the
Stupid.
Oculus 3 looks like it's doing pretty good, almost comparable.
The Oculus 3 is doing awesome things, and the price point is way better.
Uh-huh.
$3,500. There's people that drive cars. I know people that drive cars that are worth less than $3,500. That's insane to me, bro. $3,500.
But
I mean,
like in that article,
if Apple's listening, they want to give us each one to test out. We'll take them, but I mean, $3,500. At least pay half, Apple. Apple, at least pay half.
I don't know, man. That's the thing. Apple has always come out with a good product, right? So
that's how you know it's going to
without having both of them side by side, we'd have to watch YouTube videos all day, and they're probably. I don't know if it would blow the Oculus Quest 3 out of the water or not.
Well, the commercial
it just came out. It just came out, right? So
the commercial says you could try it on at any Apple store and see how it works.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's the closest one to us? The mall?
I think it might be in upstate.
The mall.
In Cuse.
Yeah, that's the mall. That's what I mean.
Yeah. The Destiny. I think there's an Apple store in there.
But regardless, what was it? James Cameron said that it was he couldn't even tell. He went to go reach for a coffee. He went to reach for a coffee when he was in a meeting, and he thought the coffee was actually there in the meeting that he was in.
He said
his hand just went through it.
A religious experience. Dude,
I guess they have 4K resolution in each eye, dude.
Yeah, and they did the little thing with the pinch, right? So then, like, you're watching anything you're watching or anything, like, you could just stare at the bottom corner and pinch it and stretch it or move it back closer. And you can do two at the same time to zoom on the canvas that you already have portion. It's insane, dude. It is fucking insane. I would really love to have one. I mean, especially since I have an iPad, I have an iPhone, I have AirPods, I have, the whole nine as far as it comes, except for like an Apple computer, because I'd still rather build my own. But yeah, dude, I'd like to try it out.
Did you read the part where he said he was typing on his iMac and reading it on there, and he was using it as keyboard while his fucking document was in his face?
Did you see it, like in the video?
I didn't watch. There was a video on that article,
dude. Oh yeah, dude. There's 3 videos, but one of them is like the
No, I
tour.
just went. There's a
You
lot of
need to
ads on
watch
that
the
article
tour.
too.
You need to watch the tour. It's the tour of the Vision Pro, dude. And there's a spot like where it shows he's on his iMac laptop and he is typing, but like in the through the Vision Pro, everything that would be on his iMac is being portrayed up on a huge screen because his iMac links to it and just does it, dude. It can take 4K video and pictures,
But
and you
can't
can
watch
see.
Netflix or Hulu.
Not yet. I'm sure that it has an internet browser
How's it not
approved.
yet, dude? That's the first thing people
I
will
think
fucking
there's
want.
not apps on there for that yet, but you're telling me that it can't go into Safari and do that? I don't think that's true. I think you'd be able to go into Safari and just put a video on full screen. It might not have the Netflix app in there, but for to say that it's going to restrict your internet access and not let you access stuff like Netflix would be a little bit asinine at a
Apple's
price
been
point
like
of
weird like that, dude. Where
at a price point of $3,500. They're gonna not gonna let you go to Netflix.com. Are you serious? You think that would be a
there's that
thing?
whole thing with Apple right now and Google Play where they're gonna have to start letting third-party apps like go to the Apple Store. They got
Yeah.
sued or some shit. Now, don't quote me on this because these are just articles I read on the internet. Not everything you read on the internet is true, but it said that they had a lawsuit going on where they're gonna have to start putting third-party apps and stuff on their Apple Store. The same thing you can get on Google Play. They're gonna have to.
Did you hear about how they had to change the phone charging port to USB C?
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. They can't just hold.
That
They can't
that's
fucking hold
amazing.
the corner on a certain charger. Yeah.
It's amazing that a huge $1 trillion company like that can get pushed around because of laws in the states that they're governed. You know, what I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy, but it's cool though.
It
So
is.
now
It's
you can
also
now
America though, so it should be like
right
fuck them.
exactly. But now so like anybody that has Android or an iPhone, you could charge it with the same charger. That's pretty cool. It should be
Yeah,
like
because
that.
it is a pain in the fucking ass to find a
Yeah,
fucking iPhone charger.
yeah, one way or another. Or now when you go to buy chargers and shit, it's just gonna be one type everywhere. So it's gonna be like universal charger for fucking. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking great, Mike. Yeah, but so
No, I would like to get my hands on one just to dick around with though. That'd be fun.
I want to get. I don't think like I
Because
told
on
you
those
earlier in the
glasses, they
text
look
messages.
big, like almost like snowboarding goggles. On the
I'm
Quest
cool.
3, there's like little slits, so I don't know if you can actually have augmented reality on those just as good.
Here's the thing, bro. Like I like VR and I think VR is cool, and I might change my tone once I try the Vision Pro. But where I sit right now is that I don't think it's something that's really gonna move ahead or move forward until there is like a Ready Player One Oasis style like MetaVerse to go to. Until there's something like that where there's just infinite worlds that you can visit, like its own internet of worlds, until there's something like
That
that,
would be cool.
I don't think there will be something like that eventually. Somebody's gonna fucking do it. And until it'll be like Reddit. It'll be like Reddit. It'll be like you could go visit Reddit in the virtual world and then every subreddit is its own planet. That's what it'll be like, dude. You can count your
Yeah, that would be
fucking
cool.
dollars on
But there's
that.
definitely more applications for VR and augmented reality
That
than
would be
just
by
that.
far the best. That would be by far the best
You ever
one.
see the one with the kids are learning in school, dude, and the teacher brings up something, they can all see it. They're like dissecting a fucking frog, and all the kids are just staring up at the screen. She's like dissecting this frog in front of all the kids. Nothing's really there.
That's really cool. But I
That's
mean,
fucking
yeah,
dope, dude. Shit like that. Yeah.
or like where the guy has the video pulled up above his car while he's working on his car and he's looking at the
Yep.
video while he's working on his car.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we talked about
I
last
get
time.
that, but I don't think anything would be more cool than going to like an oasis, like a
No,
metaverse.
obviously, but you're talking about deep future, I feel like.
I don't think that's that far in the future, especially with AI. Because here's where we are
I mean,
today,
how would the
right?
sensations be real? Your brain,
Today we
your
sit
mind
in
could be real.
today we sit in a world where AI is fairly new as far as like the technologies that are usable. But when this gets into certain people's hands, they're going to use it to make the certain creation of criteria or media faster at a rapid pace. So like whatever you want, like what are you saying? What's the question you just asked?
I mean, for the technology to get there to feel sensations and stuff, like to actually feel like you are there, not just see that you are there. It's gonna be. You're talking. They'd have
That's
to
not
have
what
implants in your brain.
I'm not talking about feeling the sensations though. Where'd you get that from?
That's how the Oasis is in Ready or Not, Ready Player One.
I don't mean that. I just mean straight up a place that you could visit. Not necessarily. Okay, so I get what you're saying. I'm sorry. I apologize. But yeah, like feeling the sensations, that's like a level beyond. That would be years down the line. But I feel like the vanilla Oasis would just be a place where you could visit places and do things in that world, such as play games, relive memories, walk down memory lane, walk through certain parts of time,
You know,
go to certain worlds where it's just like fanboy experiences for fucking whatever, like
yeah, you know what's
whoever it
cool is
may
they already
be.
have kind of something like that with the NBA. The NBA has its own app on there where you can watch live games on floor seats in VR.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's about
That
the
is
kind of almost that's kind of almost what you're talking about.
no, it's
People
not
are
an
there, but they're not
oasis.
really there, and they can see what's
That's
going
like a
on.
that's no, but what I'm saying is like where you could literally hop planets like he does in Ready Player One, and just go there. You might not be able to have the sensation, but you could see it. You could feel it as if you were there. You might not physically feel it, but you feel it
Yeah, but
as in
you're kind of talking about like
your
almost like a
senses of
chat room.
sight and hearing would be there. They'd probably figure out smell down the line. Like that's what it would be. Like, do you
Remember
remember
Gamer?
when?
Did you ever see the movie Gamer where he was controlled by another person, but he was real?
Nah,
You ever see the movie Gamer?
nah, I
It's
haven't.
like that. He's in prison. So these kids, it's like they're playing video games, but they're using real people that are in prison to play. And the winner gets out of prison. But they're controlling them, real people with VR devices. But there was one, it was kind of what you're talking about, where not only does that kind of game exist, but another one exists where you can be whoever you want anywhere. It shows this guy, he's just fat as fuck. Being like some athletic dude in some VR universe, you can just tell he's just been playing this game forever. He's got to be like 400 pounds. But in this VR universe that he's just used to logging into every day, he's some skinny person. So his physical body became terrible.
That's how they talked about it in Ready Player One. They're like guys would be literally fucking just laying there for there's a max amount of time that they could play daily. I can't remember what it was, but he said guys would just be literally their whole body. So you'd have to work out in the non-time period of that so you could stay fit. Like that's what I'm saying though. I wouldn't be one of the guys that would spend 18 hours in there, but I would definitely be one of the guys that would hop in there and
I don't
fly
know,
like
dude.
fucking like dude, think about if anybody could make any world like it was like a Wikipedia creation or something. It would be
Well, that's what he
nuts.
was saying in that article too. He said
That's where the future's going.
he was saying, hey, Apple might not be the rehab; they might be the crack seller, dude. They might be the drug
Apple,
dealer because
yeah,
because if it's like if it's anything like TikTok and shit where you're scrolling on your phone, people are already addicted to technology. If it becomes like that, where that's all they can think about, it's like I can't wait to get home and hop on my fucking into my VR world. Like, what is the real world gonna do? It's gonna collapse.
people will be working inside that world, Matt. Think about that, dude. People will be working inside that world.
But we still have a real world to sustain. That's what I mean.
Oh, I
They'll be
understand.
working inside there. The real world, what happens to it? It just goes to shit.
Dude, look at Ready Player One, dude. Did you read the whole book? I know you did.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what we're talking
Yeah,
about, right?
that's what happens. That's
That's
what
where we're
fucking
headed.
happens. That's where it goes. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, there's just stacks and stacks and stacks of trailers on top of each other for like 19 high. And like these slum lord villages where everybody's just laid out with one of those headsets on because they give it away on like a welfare program. Everybody's just like this, dude, with their headset on all day in a fucking world where they're not fat and ugly.
That's
And
terrible, man.
you could be fat and ugly in real life, but really good at video games. So you go into that world, and you could be the fucking man in that world. So
Fat,
it
ugly,
is
and poor in real life, but you could be
yeah,
rich in that world, and that's all that matters. You got
exactly.
money in
And
that world.
if you're rich in that world, it could transfer to being rich in real life too. So it's crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
with
And that's
advertisements and shit. You'd have real
that
life fucking people asking you to advertise and shit.
yeah, do talk shows and do interviews. It would be a crazy ass. Dude, the world's going to a certain. It might not go to that extent, but it's going to a certain place likely to be
That's the thing.
that,
We're
bro.
like the perfect age. I feel like we were born in the perfect era because like how fast technology. In 20 years, we're gonna see some crazy shit, and we'll
Dude,
still hopefully be alive unless we fuck up somehow.
let me take you back in time real quick, bro. Let's go back to like we were both born in 1990. Shocker to everybody that's listening. Let me take you back in time, bro. Let's go to like when you were 5 or 6 years old and you were sitting, and I mean true, like no bullshit, like no joking. Just think about this, dude. You're like 5 or 6 years old. You're sitting at either like your grandma, your aunt, or relative's house, dude. We got one of those huge floor model televisions, right? You know what I'm talking about? Where the wood around it is huge and has these huge fucking drawers, and there's knickknacks and radios and everything set on top
Yeah,
of it
dude.
because it's like
The
a
tube
fucking
TV itself
table.
weighs 70 pounds. I know
Yes, and then
exactly
the
what you're talking
back
about.
you have to screw in the place where you'd be able to screw in a cable. Like you have to literally with a screw
Yep.
screw it in. And yeah, but then you don't have cable, so you have like an antenna hanging off the back. Dude, you're just sitting there on like by yourself, like Saturday morning cartoons are on or something like that. You're sitting on an old ass rug, just watching it, dude. You know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of cars going down the road that are all like box steel. None of them have any plastic or vinyl on them. They're all just all steel cars, dude. Like everything is industry. Stuff is booming. I would say America is probably doing better than it is now. You know, and just that's what life was, man, and like how slow everything was. And there was no real like the internet was so slow. Like probably 10% of families had it in their house. They didn't even have caller ID on phones yet. Like if
Kids played
anybody out there,
outside, dude.
kids were
Kids
playing
played
outside.
outside in my day.
If anybody even
There's
knows
nothing
what
to
a
do inside.
if anybody even
Fuck,
knows
want to
what
be
a
inside.
fucking home phone is, if you know what a home phone is and how when somebody calls your home, that their number pops up on your home phone. Well, back in our day, that was its own whole separate device called caller ID. Now it took them like fucking 10, 15 years just to get that on the phone. Bro, shit, it was crazy. And then all of a sudden, it was like a snowball effect. That snowball was rolling, and it was small for a while, and then every now and then we get something cool off of it. We'd be like,
This is
"Oh
what I'm
shit,
saying, though, right? We're
laptops!
not that old.
Oh shit, Wi-Fi!" And then all of a sudden, that snowball just took off, and that's where we are today.
And we're not that old. That's what I'm
No,
saying. That's how
no,
fast it's moving.
yeah.
Because
So
you ask
we
someone
thought
that's in
we
their
weren't gonna see
50s,
shit.
oh, you think that's crazy? Back in my day, you know what I mean? They're only 50. Dude, they didn't even fucking have color TVs. Did
But
they?
like, but like we
Maybe when
talked,
they were fucking 5.
like we talked about on one of the last pods, though, like the change of music, like from 8 tracks all the way up to fucking YouTube and Spotify and all that. It's crazy, like how people got their music, and that's like the type of you can use that almost as like a guide of how all technology has been changing. Because now it's like now we're looking at like the deep future right now looks at AI controls things, cars that drive themselves. You have Elon Musk trying to put a Neuralink chip into people's brains so they could telepathically communicate with their devices. You have electric cars. You have screens that are see through, like televisions that are see through. You have like smartphones that can do just about everything besides wipe your ass. You have smart beds, you have smart lights, you have smart homes, you have smart vehicles. It's just it's insane what there is today, and it's not slowing down by any means, dude. Everybody's trying to beat the next person on what the next hot thing
Yeah,
is
I'm
going to
waiting for
be.
like a cap to be like, oh damn, this is it. This is where it stops. And we, because right now, it's like a revolutions, isn't it? Like, isn't that what it's called? Or,
Exponential.
yeah, the
It's
industrial revolution, the Bronze Age, the fucking technology age. We're in the technology age. Is it ever gonna? What comes after this?
technological revolution is where we are, I would say. Like we are revolutionizing the world with technology. We can
Yeah, but
what
is
comes
there gonna be
after this?
anything after the technology age?
Probably massive depression. Probably no humans.
The depression age.
Some smart scientist has a theory that all life gets to the point where we are right now, and it passes this point and it gets to the point of the creation of artificial intelligence, and then biological life dies off for mechanical, artificial, I guess, smart. technological life to take over, and that's what every piece of life is for, which would be crazy, and that's somebody's theory. And if you think about it like that, that's just sad. Like we're just the fucking transfer wagon for AI to take over, and the sad part about it is AI is here right now. You know, so
Yeah,
that
technology
dude's
is going to be used for. The thing is, the problem is technology is going to be used for warfare more
oh
than it ever
100%.
has been. AI is going to be used
If you
for
think about
warfare.
AI being used for warfare, that's the most petrifying fucking thing on the planet, dude. You remember that episode of Black Mirror, dude, where it put those people in that room and that fucking like wannabe Star Trek shit, where that girl was acting like she was stuck suffocating for like ever, but she wasn't suffocating. He was keeping her alive through that
Yeah,
computer.
he took her DNA and put it into the computer. So
Dude,
in the computer, she felt like she was the real her. The real her was actually just out there, like living her normal life.
in the real world, yeah, but in the computer,
Yeah,
she
and he
was
just
still
had
the real
control of
her.
their DNA. They're a DNA version of their
He
computer. Yeah,
reconstructed her in this universe in the computer.
yeah, that's scary.
And then she didn't want to play his games, so he made her feel like she was suffocating. He took her mouth and her nose away. And he, like, with computers, I mean, obviously, it probably wouldn't be that hard if he knew what he was doing. He was like some mega genius. So he took her mouth and her nose away, like, instantly. And then she was just stuck there trying to breathe, even though she had no means of breathing. And he could have her stuck in that moment for eternity, and that's what he was reminding her of. It was like the most petrifying
Yeah,
thing.
I could have you
All,
here
all
forever doing
because
this.
all because he stole her coffee cup that she threw in the garbage and put her DNA into his little system. How fucking petrifying is
Suffering,
that,
dude,
dude?
for an
How
eternity.
some version of you, not you. I mean, it had nothing to do with her. You know, like outside in Earth, but some version of her in his little fucking game in his computer, where it was essentially still her because it was using her DNA to recreate her, was literal torturing her. I mean, torturing on a mass extent, an extent that no god would ever do. I mean, it would be like he could mutilate
There's
any
that new
part of
game.
your
There's that new
body.
game that came out, Pal World. You see the videos on that Pal World?
Huh?
It's like
What
the
is it?
ripoffs of Pokemon. Pal World,
Pow World?
PALWORLD. It's a new game that came out. It's like a ripoff of Pokemon almost. It literally is. There's like monsters you can catch and shit. But in this one, you have guns and you can like put them to work and shit. But anyway, there's a video I saw on TikTok. It's relatable because they're like animals where he just like gets mad at them and he pulls like a lever and they fall and they're hanging from a rope and they're just burning alive over a campfire. And they're this little Pokemon type of things, right?
What the fuck?
Right, and people are like, "Yo, I know this is a video game, but bro, this is a red flag." And then someone was like, "Yo, someone needs to check up on this guy." Like, dude, it's a video game, but damn, you're dark. It's dark, dude. Like,
I would never
damn,
be
yeah. They're
caught
like,
dead
"Yo, put
playing
this
some
guy on a
shit
list."
like that.
They know it's a game, but damn, put this guy on a list, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That is some weirdo
Well,
shit, bro.
and who
That's
knows? I
some
mean,
super
what you're
weirdo
saying,
shit.
those could be. I mean, if they're AI, they're not AI. I don't think. But I mean, how far does it go? Do they have their own thing going on? They obviously have something going on.
Bro,
How
AI
deep
right
does
now.
it go,
You
dude?
want to know how deep it goes right now today? One of the craziest, I would say, to this date, and today is February 2nd, 2024. The craziest thing I have seen to this date is this thing called Chat Dev. ChatDev. It is a bunch of different AIs that they have. Well, it's all the same AI. They have 9 of them, and they put them on this team, and they are in like this Pokemon Red style environment. That's like what it looks like. It looks like a game,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're in like, it looks like Pokemon Red, like it's top down. It looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the graphics are almost exactly the
Oh, I
same.
saw that video you sent me. That's great.
Dude, and they have like a CEO, a CTO, they have a graphics designer, they have a game engineer, they have lighting, they have all these different AIs that are specialized, or not necessarily specialized, it's all the same AI, but they gave them different jobs and things to do. And now they have these 9 different AI working together in this system called ChatDev, and they're pumping out like tic-tac-toe games and Snake and like original Mario. It's insane to see just by text prompt. because somebody decided, and it's a free thing. You can do it yourself. Look up Chat Dev if you want to learn more about it. And you can create a game from a text prompt these days as of February 2nd, 2024. Now, if you ask me, somebody who has learned how to code just so I could create my own video games like that, it's fucking crazy. Fucking insane.
That is nuts. So it's going to get rid of a lot of jobs, man.
Dude, it's already getting rid of jobs. And have you seen like the Tesla bot? He's got some fucking robot walking around in his factory that's being powered by one of these things. It's just insanity. It's insane, and it's just walking.
And that part of the Vanity Fair article you told me to watch, is that real? The guy said he was walking around in some like Black Ops type Apple warehouse that like
Yes, that's what I was trying to tell you. 8 or 9 years ago, they had like on their old campus, there was like this one building that this is the cool part of the article. That's what I thought you'd like. That was like their blackout room. It's their Black Ops room, and that there's only probably like 1 or 2% of Apple employees that are even have the clearance to get into this room. And there's multiple doors until you get to the shit they're working on. And in one of the back rooms was the Vision Pro, and there you see Tim Cook in there with it on his fucking head with like 1900 fucking wires hooked up to it. They said wires going to other rooms, and it had loud ass fans, and it was getting way too hot, and the technology wasn't there then. And he said they were developing it then. The Vision Pro, they were developing it then. And it was like they're like he was like, I don't know how we're gonna get there, but we're gonna get there. And they went from that big ass fucking monstrous gigantus thing on their head with all these wires coming off that are leading into different rooms with fans that are too loud to even be able to hear yourself think just to keep the thing cool. They went from that 8-9 years ago to the Vision Pro that is released today on the market.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, what happens? Like, does like technology come out one day and they're like, oh my god, Jimmy Johan discovered this, and then it's like, wait, with this we can do this.
That's what happens, though. That's exactly what happens. It's handshakes.
What the fuck? This is what we needed.
Think about it like handshakes all across.
How do you even know
it's
coming? How do you even know it's coming? Like,
think about it like handshakes all across the world. One technology somewhere, because some guy his whole life he spent studying it, gets a little bit better. That technology got a little bit better, so this guy across the globe who has been studying this technology that he used to get a little bit better, now he can combine that with this guy's technology. That makes this product a whole brand new thing that nobody else ever would have thought of on the planet, because it wasn't possible 10 years ago, because there wasn't guys that were not going to fucking sleep thinking about how to make it better. You know what I mean? And that's what we get. That's what innovation is.
How do you end up being that guy? Do you think it's prodigies?
No.
Do you think there's such thing as prodigies? Because like you see 9-year-old kids playing fucking piano like Beethoven and like 9 years old.
I do think,
there's sometimes just like prodigies that just are meant for, they're destined to do this kind of stuff, to find out, to move along the human race in certain areas? Or do you think they just go to school, get their bachelor's degree, and somehow become that guy?
I don't necessarily think that there are prodigies in that aspect. I think there are prodigies in the aspect that once in every great while somebody is born and their genes are just so good that they're just astronomically smart. But I think that innovation and the way society moves on is just from people, most likely, like I was about to say, having good parents, raising a child that is already smart, and that child decides to pursue its life at a young age to a certain subject, and they give their life to that subject, and they learn more about that subject than anybody else in the whole world. And there are multiples of that style of person that are learning about different subjects all over the world, and when their information comes out years later, and then that information is united with other information from like-minded individuals, that's what moves the world, and that's what innovation is. I don't necessarily think it has to be a prodigy kid. I think prodigy kids are out there, and I think that they do also probably help the movement of society. But at the same time, I don't think that's necessity in it, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, my question is everyone's learning the same shit. How does there become one guy that knows more than everyone else?
It's not one guy that knows more than anybody else. It's one guy with different experiences than everybody else. Even though we're all learning the same shit, we're all learning from different perspectives because we all grow up from different angles. You know what I mean? We don't all grow up from the same
Yeah.
household. We all grow up from a different household. So the way you see some, the way I see some, it's going to be a little bit different. So therefore, that's
It's
what
just
it
crazy
is.
that like you got 100 people that take a physics class and one of those guys just makes a breakthrough. Why? They all
Yeah.
took they all have the same information given to them.
One of
They're all
those
taught the
guys,
same shit.
that's because one of those guys saw a frog jump over a fucking puddle when he was 9 years old, and it made a weird ripple splash that he had never seen before, and it fucking imprinted on his mind. And then
I don't know about
15
that.
years later, when he learns about why it made that certain type of ripple, he like unravels something like there's people think that like it's a common misconception that we have already learned everything. We have not already learned everything. There's so much to be learned. We've probably learned a small fucking dot of everything. You know, we've probably learned one circle of the Connect Four
You
board.
know what bothers me is that we could be going in the wrong direction on shit. We could just be like, damn, like this whole time, right? We're thinking, oh yeah, fossil fuels. What if we just like you're just wrong? You just wasted 60 years, and then one thing comes up, and someone's like, damn, we were wrong.
Or
Like just something, you know what I mean? Like
or one way to just reverse it.
someone,
The
there's
first
always
thing,
because when
if there
there's an
was
article about
somebody,
something, when there's an article about something, there's an article sometimes like going against that article saying, no, that's not how this. There's always in science, there's always like theories and then theories against that theory, and then like they always what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know,
When
but
they shoot something down.
if there was one thing, if there was one thing that was massively wrong that proved so many people wrong, but like if
Disproving, yeah.
if there was anything that proved a ton of people wrong and that it was undeniable, there would be mass rage against it. There would be so many people that did not agree with it. That would be just be like, nah, no way, that's impossible. We don't think so because of this. But new science shows this. No, it don't matter. We don't give a fuck. That's how it be, dude. You
That's
know
how I
that's
think it
how
would
it
be
be.
with like religion. Like, say for some reason, out of nowhere, a spaceship came down and was like, "Oh yeah, we created you." People like, "Nah, no, not according
The
to what
fuck
we've
you
been
did,
following."
yo. You don't
Yeah,
even look like us, bro. You
there'd
trying
be
to come to
non-believers
Philly?
even if a spaceship came down. They're like, "Dude, we just came from space." Like,
They'd be like, no way, you ain't create us. Not a chance. Alrighty then. Well, sports watch. That's going to be the next segment going forward as I talked about our structured
even when football's
podcast.
over,
We're going to talk sports watch until sports watch doesn't need to be talked anymore. But yeah, I don't care. We can talk. We can talk a
all
little
right, I didn't know you
one
watched any other sports.
1 minute
I know you're a big
segment on.
cricket guy. I do know you're a big cricket guy.
We could talk about my cricket guys. We could talk about pool. We could talk about the Olympics. We could talk any type of sports. It
You know
doesn't
what looks
just
really
have to
fun?
be the top three.
Ultimate frisbee.
I played it. Remember that
That
was
shit
on
looks fun as
campus
fuck.
where we went to college. That was on the campus.
But we're the no, that you're talking about frisbee golf. That's two different things.
Oh, ultimate frisbee like football, but with
Yeah, it looks like
frisbees.
football, but they're nice
Yeah,
with it, dude. Have you ever watched
yeah,
actual pro highlights?
yeah. I haven't. No, I'd like to check it out though if it's that cool.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Guys throwing it behind the back, 40 yards. Guys running.
See
Diving.
you later.
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
catches it, puts it down. Let's go. Like
Did
they
you
didn't just
see?
catch a frisbee.
Did you see? Did you see they merged the XFL and the USFL to make the UFL?
Yeah, you told me about that. That sounds actually awesome. Like I said,
Yep, I'm calling my
kind
team
of like
right
how our
now.
schools were merged, dude. There's going to be a bigger pool of skill.
I'm calling my team right now. The Showboats.
Is that
Go
who's on there?
Boats. We're the Showboats. We're rooting for
Is
the
it
boats.
what
Me and my
state is
girl.
that?
I don't even know. I just saw it the other day. It was one
I
of the
thought we were the
teams. I'm going.
Serpentines or something. There's like a
Everything's
snake.
changed. We're going boats.
What
Showboats.
state?
I don't even give a fuck. We're going showboats.
You gotta know something, right? All right, dude. I guess we're showboats. You know me, dude. I'm rocking with you, dog. We're fucking
I know
showboats,
that.
dude.
I know that the damn
fucking
team
rock
name
with
is
it.
the Showboats. Go boats. We showing
Fucking
the boats.
boats, dog.
Oh, yep.
That's
I
it.
got 3
Get a
aces.
fucking.
And 2
I'll get a
kings.
showboat, a fucking little boat tattooed on my face. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, shit. I might even make another boat because I already made one. So yeah, let's go.
Who owns this one?
Show
Vince
boats.
McMahon still, or?
No, Vince McMahon's in a ton of shit right now. He's not doing nothing.
Oh yeah, he's dying, right?
No, he just got he got caught in a bunch of like sexual trafficking allegations.
I thought he was dying.
Well, either way, dude, all these text messages come out where he was like, it was him talking to this girl and referring to like how he sells her to his friends for sex.
Jesus Christ!
It was
I think
terrible.
he sued for slander.
Oh, it was fucking terrible, dude. What he was doing.
I'm just kidding. I don't fuck. I just want to
It
see
is-
what you're talking about here. I'm just looking it up.
It is terrible what he's doing to this.
I didn't
girl.
know he was molested.
He was doing some dumbass, nasty shit.
Yeah,
Fucked
you're
up
right.
shit.
He's not dying. He's molested.
He's doing.
Well, that sucks.
He was selling her to.
He's
other
selling
dudes
women.
Yeah, trafficking, sex trafficking, dude. It's fucked
Wow.
up.
Those fucking billionaires, dude.
Scumbags, scumbag motherfucker.
You know he's on the list.
Yeah, he's probably definitely on the list.
Top 5.
I'm not.
Top
with
5
those
visits to
type of people.
fucking Epstein.
Yeah. What else is going on in sports these days?
I would count that. That's fucking insane.
That is sports, yeah. But so, what else?
The Knicks are doing very well. They traded a couple key players. They got Jalen Brunson. Now they're a championship team.
Let's go.
Yeah, they could actually go all the way now. It's funny because our friend Malcolm, calling him out on the podcast.
Malcolm.
Actually, the day they made that trade, he's like, I'm done with the fucking Knicks. I'm fucking over them. I'm not a Knicks fan anymore. You know, that was the stupidest trade of all time. They don't know what they're fucking doing. Since that trade, they've won like 15 games in a row.
He's
And I
still
told
a-
him
he's
today, I
still
said,
a
I thought
Knicks
you were.
fan.
No, I said, oh, look at this. He's like, nah, fuck the Knicks. So I'm like, all right, dude. Well, if they go to the chip and they fucking win something, dude, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear that you were Knicks fan. He's like,
You
all
know
right,
they
well,
won't. You know.
So
they
he's
won't.
sticking to his guns. Yeah, I mean the odds of them actually going and winning versus what he's saying, he can easily say I told you so compared to the other side of it. But
Well, and then
he
I
said
guess
he
we
gave
can
up on the
talk
Knicks.
Super
He's not a
Bowl.
Knicks fans
Yep.
anymore.
The Super Bowl, we can talk that, and you know what's going on there. The San
Oh, is the
Francisco
Super Bowl coming up?
40 Winers versus the Kansas City Least. I do not want to even fucking watch this
City
game. It
Least.
sucks, dude. I do not want to watch this game. I
Now,
just don't like
here's the
either
thing, though.
team.
The only thing I'm rooting for is Brock Purdy at this point because Brock Purdy's story. That's it. I don't care about the Niners. I don't care about the Chiefs. Definitely fucking don't care about Patrick Mahomes. But Brock Purdy's story is awesome. Dude is making under $1 million a year.
And he's the 10th best player on the offense.
Okay. He's still he's not making any kind of money, and he's going to be in the Super Bowl. And it's like third year. Second year? We already know Patrick Mahomes is going to get it done.
You gonna bet on it?
It's hard not to.
Cool Super Bowl fact. You want to hear a cool Super Bowl fact?
Sure.
Cool Super Bowl fact. Kyle Shanahan and Christian McCaffrey are playing for their first Super Bowl win together as Christian McCaffrey's dad, Ed McCaffrey, and Kyle Shanahan's dad, Mike Shanahan, played together for their first Super Bowl victory for the San Francisco 49ers. How crazy is that?
Wow, that is a crazy fact.
Their fucking dads played together, and their dads were coaches too. Like,
And this is my biggest problem with sports.
Mike Shanahan was the offensive coordinator, and Ed McCaffrey was the wide receiver.
Who has a chance in sports? It's mostly fucking rich people that have DNA drop down. Like you see the best athletes is because they have parents that were in the sport that can pay for camps. They can pay for fucking all that. I mean, you got
like
Marvin Harrison Jr. He's fucking
like,
going to be first pick in the draft. I almost guarantee it.
What about Randy Moss's kid? You got so many football players' kids playing. You got
I mean,
Prime's kids.
Archie Manning's fucking grandson.
Prime's kids.
I mean, it's just like it's not fair. It's becoming like just like a. I mean, but at the same time, they could suck. DNA don't mean nothing. You could have all the tools given to you and suck. They're saying
Nah.
Bronny
Here's the
James.
thing:
They're
is
saying Bronny James is not good. Bronny James is averaging 5 points this season a game.
here's what it is though. They get the best training out of anybody though. So if there is any potential for them to be great, it's exposed.
Someone's finding it.
Because they get great training over and over and over again.
Great
Just
training. They get
consistent.
great exposure too.
Yeah. So everybody's like, wow, this kid's good, even if he's not even that great, but that still pushes your mentality to be better, you know? And that's
why when you hear stories like Iverson's story and shit in basketball, like, he didn't have anyone bringing him up.
Right.
Just a straight baller, dude.
Patrick Mahomes' dad was in the MLB, pitcher in the MLB.
Well, Pat Mahomes also didn't play quarterback in football until like his senior year or something.
He was a pitcher in baseball, right?
Yeah.
The cops just drive by your house.
Yeah, you can hear him.
Dude, I just heard, wow.
You know, being out here in the sticks, kind of on the outskirts, you don't really hear that much.
You ain't the fucking sticks.
Kind of.
No, not even a millisecond, bro.
I'm in the outskirts. I'm not in the city by any means. What would you call this?
Would you call that the one you're off of?
There's more trees around my house probably than on your whole block.
You live a eighth of a mile off of a state road. That's what you call that.
Yeah, down a dirt road.
You eighth of a mile down a dirt road. You could throw a snowball to the end of your road.
I'm telling you, dude, I can't fucking see nothing but trees.
You could throw a snowball to the end of your road. I live in a town of less than 500 people.
That's good. You got more cows than people out there. That's not really farmland either. It's just a small town.
Anybody want to go cow tipping?
It's a small town. It's not really that many people. I mean, it's not really like farmland either. No.
Don't try that in a small town.
Try that in a small town, boy.
Don't be coming around here getting hippie and gippy and all tippy.
Yeah, regardless, that's what I was saying, though. You really don't think I'm too far? I mean, I'm pretty far out from the city, I would think. A few miles at least. A couple miles.
Yeah, maybe.
From like... I mean, even towards the closest part of the city, it's like the rich neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no, like, criminals close.
Everybody out by you isn't the rich neighborhoods, though.
Closest ghetto is probably... I would say 4 miles away. Probably, right?
That's not bad.
That's
not bad. My closest ghetto is
pretty far.
15
Unless you count that trailer park.
15 miles away. Yeah, I don't know. But that trailer park never has any problems down there. It's all old people.
Oh, like criminal problems?
Yeah. So I would say I'd probably like 15 miles away from the closest ghetto.
Yeah, that's what's cool about your spot. People handle their own business out there.
What's cool about it is nobody gives a fuck what the other person is doing. That's the cool part about it. At least that's what it seems. It's like nobody gives a fuck. You can take a piss in your front lawn. And everybody like, well, I guess Cody's over there pissing in his front lawn today. Must be Wednesday. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I look outside. Sometimes chickens be jumping over the fence across the street, walking around my yard. What if I shoot it? What's the guy going to do? Nothing. It's in my property.
You could take the chicken. Remember, you want to tell the fucking story.
He's always chasing it, trying to catch the chickens and pet them and shit.
Do you want to tell him the story about our buddy that he told us?
No. That's not our place to talk about that.
Are you sure?
It's not on this pod, probably not. I mean, we're in sports. We're in the sports segment.
Yeah, we're breaking it down to the Q&A now. We're rolling on to the random Q&A. So my random
Wow, we still got stuff to talk about the Super Bowl, dude.
Okay, you want to roll back to it, Super Bowl?
We didn't ever leave.
Who do you got?
I got the Super Bowl. I got the Niners too because I want Brock Purdy, and I think Brock Purdy's going to get it done.
I got the Chiefs just because I like Travis Kelce.
Well, now that that's over. So our buddy used to fucking kill chickens out the back of his house.
Hold up, back step a couple steps and just ease them into it, bro. Tell the true story. Tell the story.
So he was
this is gonna be fucking good. If anybody's half asleep on this podcast right now, wake the fuck up and listen to this because this is true fucking story. All right, go ahead.
So we had a buddy said he used to live next to a farm. He couldn't sleep because the chickens just kept peeping all night. He just couldn't sleep at night. So eventually, he made them be quiet. He went over there, choked them all out, and hung them up by their legs. Went back to sleep. I was like, "What'd you do? What'd you do after that?" He said, "I went to sleep. Best sleep I ever had."
Bro,
like it was a normal thing to do.
How fucking...
Said he liked to watch the light go out.
Backwoods redneck, bro. He said what?
Like to watch the light go out.
Bro, how backwoods fucking redneck and psycho is that, bro? That is like...
He choked like 14 chickens.
Did he choke them or did he fucking just grab them by their neck and snap it?
No, he said he choked them. He put both hands around him and choked them out.
Oh my god, bro. How crazy of a story is that, guys? Listen, down in the chat, I just want to hear what you have to say about that. Like, that's something...
He got good sleep, though. And he didn't really get in much trouble, dude.
He got good sleep. He said he choked out like 14 chickens.
I think I got like probation for a little while.
I only choke one chicken every night, dude. He's choking 14. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, there must have been some annoying-ass chickens.
Yeah, he couldn't sleep, so could you imagine, right? Look here, picture it, ready? You're in bed, trying to sleep. Fuck was that? Oh, it's those fucking chickens next door. You know what? I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna choke the fuck out of all of them. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Yo, I could tell a funny story about you, dude. It's not a random Q&A, but it's a funny story about you. I remember one time me and Matt lived together, right? And me and Matt were working. I'll tell him where we were working. Fuck it. We were working at Old Country Buffet, and we were both at this time. I was the meat carver, and Matt was working the salad bar, and we both worked at Old Country Buffet, and we both had to be there at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And for some fucking, ripe, fucking spry 23-year-olds, 10 o'clock in the morning was fucking extra early. So, we really didn't get much sleep, you know what I mean? Like, we would go to bed at, like, maybe 4 or 5, and we'd sleep from 4 or 5 till, like, 9 and get up and then have to go to work. Well, the guys that were living next door to us, because we were in like a townhouse, and we were living there with us, me, Matt, and 2 other dudes that were brothers. And the guys that were living next door to us in their townhouse, that was literally adjacent to ours, and it was upstairs, downstairs, and those guys were oil riggers, and those guys all left to go to a different oil rig, so it got evacuated, but they really fucked the place up bad when they left. So they decided to go in and patch that shit up during the day, right? So me and Matt are both trying to sleep. Mind you, fucking hungover like champs. Got to get up and go work at fucking Old Country Buffet and put on smiles for everybody. And these guys are over there with drills and fucking vacuums, and all you hear all day is like... and like fucking vacuums and shit. Matt walks up to the wall, like the adjacent wall of the room they're working in, waits for all their fucking work noise to stop and goes extremely hard, pounds on the wall. And at like a screech, I can't even do it right now because I don't want to blow the mic, but at like a screech top of his voice, shut the fuck up! Like so loud. Shut the fuck up! And then the guy talks back, he goes, we're just doing our job. Oh, dude, it's fucking hilarious. I'm like, dude, but I was with you though. I was so, because I was drinking with you. So I was so fucking pissed that we were probably like 2.5 hours into sleep, dude. Probably right before you got to REM
Oh, I didn't
sleep.
give a fuck. I was tight, dude.
Oh, and that dude just
We're
kept
just
waking us
doing
up.
our job.
It was like the third day in a row he did it when you did that. But oh my god, that shit was living there was fucking insane, dude. That fucking shit was crazy. Expensive too, dude. Oh
Where
my
was that?
god. Those are the townhouses up on where we live with Pat and
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah,
Oh
Parker.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, remember
Those fucking
upstairs in the
morons, dude.
bedroom?
It's
You
those
beat
bulk
on the
accounts, man. They are. They gotta work. I mean, they got shit they gotta do, but we got shit we gotta do. I was fucking tight. Early morning?
most people aren't
Really?
sleeping. Most people aren't
Fucking
sleeping like
drilling early morning, dude.
that late in though. Yeah, I know. We were just kids too, dude. We were just trying to get our fucking rest before we had to go fucking. I had to go cut up a bunch of fucking roast beef, and you had to go
Ready
fucking
to fight all of them.
change over a bunch of fucking cottage cheese. It was terrible back then, dude. But you had to do what we were doing. Yo, how much were we making an hour back then? What were we making at OCB?
I know. I was probably like, damn, 8.25. I think.
So we're making like less than $9 an hour, and we're surviving. Our rent was like $8.90 or something between four dudes, and I lived in the fucking basement. It wasn't even
And
heated.
a 2-bedroom.
There's a 2-bedroom. Matt lived in one of the bedrooms. One of the other brothers stayed at his girlfriend's house, or sometimes slept on the couch. The other brother had the other bedroom, and I slept in the basement.
No, one
And
was in the living room.
I had the bedroom in the living room after a while.
And then I moved in. You moved to the basement. He moved to the living room, and
I was
Right?
there first.
Right. So you went down to the basement. I think one of them went to the living room, and I went into the bedroom.
I was in the basement the whole time. And then I went to the
You were in the
living
basement
room.
when I pulled up. You used to be living room. Because you used to
Nah.
get tight because we'd be staying up.
Maybe that's what it was.
So
Maybe
that's why you moved down to the basement.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we'd be awake. Because our
You
shifts
had
were
one of the
different, dude.
rooms. You had one of the rooms.
Fuck yeah. I remember I was banging this girl in there one time, and then the roommate comes and knocks on the door. Bomb, bomb, bomb. And the headboard is banging against the wall, and he said, "Stop banging." And I thought he meant like stop fucking, so I was tight, dude. Threw her off me. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Come out over my dick. What do you mean? You stop banging my girl, dude? No,
Like a fucking
dude,
gorilla?
the sound.
Like a gorilla? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm like, what do you mean stop banging, dude? We're just fucking. He's like, no, the sound. You're banging the wall.
One time,
Like, oh, bad embarrassing, dude.
my car was broke down.
It's
so
fucking wasted. We used to get drunk there all the time, dude.
That's what I was gonna say. One time, my car was broke down, so me and Matt borrowed said roommate's car, and we took it to the casino. And this is probably the first time we ever admitted this on camera, or ever for that matter. But we were coming back, and we were coming over this icy ass bridge. I happened to be on the phone with one of our buddies at the time, actually. And we go over the bridge, and all of a sudden, it was like a 2004 Ford Taurus or something. All of a sudden, it just starts to do a 360. Matt's driving. I'm like, oh man, I'll have to call you back. We're about to crash. So we take out this fucking no
On the phone with the dude choking chickens, dude. The guy just got done choking some chickens.
Yeah, the guy I was on the phone with the dude that he was talking about the choked chickens. That guy. And it probably wasn't long after we learned about him choking those chickens. But we took out a no parking sign, and it fucked up the front right hand of this car. But right side.
I thought it was that stop sign. I thought it was the stop sign we took.
Or maybe it was a stop sign. We took out some type of metal sign, like the bar.
We started 360 over the bridge.
Yeah, it was slow mo though. It was.
He said, "Oh shit, I gotta call you back. We're about to crash."
I told him that. Imagine being on the other line of that. Like what? But anyways, so we get there to the fucking stop sign and crash into it, and we fuck up the front part of this car, but it doesn't bust any headlights. It doesn't fuck up anything. Like it scratches it up pretty good and puts a little small dent in it. So we take it back, right? And we just park it. We go upstairs, go to bed, right? Roommate comes down next day. Yo, what the fuck happened to my car, dude? We were like, what are you talking about? And the only reason we were cool with doing this is because this is the same dude that crashed into my car in our parking lot. That crashed into my car in our parking lot that we live in, and then tried to act like he didn't do it. So, and he did.
Yeah, you lined up the fucking brake and everything.
Yeah, I lined my car up next to his. It was he did it for sure. He did it. But anyway, so we didn't tell him we did it. Fuck it. If he hadn't done that to my car, I would have told him we did it. But anyways, so he wakes us up. Yo, what the fuck? You guys took my car last night. It's all fucked up. We're like, dude, we don't know, dude. We woke up. We went down there. We're like, no way, dude. It must have been somebody at the casino. Nothing happened. Somebody at the casino must have hit your shit, and we didn't fucking know. Then he was chill. He was like, all right, damn, that sucks, but whatever.
Shit happens. That sucks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then
remember when Chris left his fucking cigarettes there? Yeah, we were all super heavy into smoking cigarettes, bro. He left a fucking whole carton. We smoked one pack of his carton.
We smoked one kind of cigarettes. We smoked Newport Hundreds back then. We smoked Newport
Hundreds. He left a whole fucking carton in a
Newport
fucking
Hundreds.
apartment full of 4 smokers. Fucking left, dude. Hits me up.
Called a month later.
Bro thought he was gonna get him back. Yo, I think I left my carton there.
Cigarettes?
We didn't see nothing, dude. We thought we hit the jackpot. We're like, we didn't see nothing. We were fucking like, oh shit.
One carton of those cigarettes was a 30-year paycheck, bro.
Kidding me? It was $130 probably for Newports, dude.
Back then, no, not then. Back then it was like 90. So it was a 30-year paycheck.
Regardless, dude, and we were living pretty much paycheck to paycheck, trying to get tunas.
Yeah, I know. We were smoking 4 tuna cigarettes, and these were 100.
Took out a whole carton of
Newports.
Fucking Newports, dude. It's like
they're like the Apple of cigarettes. So
at the time, the dude was living with his mom, and he didn't have no bills and shit. Like, you know how it goes. Bro, don't leave your shit over here.
We weren't robbing this dude. We helped this dude out a lot too, and we first and foremost,
we didn't rob him. No, but
I remember exactly how it went. He left the cigarettes there. He called back instantly. Said, "Yo, I left my cigarettes. I'll be back to get them." He didn't come back for 2 days. We didn't touch them. Then I was like, "Yo, call Chris. See if I could just buy a pack of cigarettes off him instead of having to go across the street and get them." He's like, "Yeah, go ahead." So I put that $6 to the side, and then you did the same thing. You're like, "Yo, Chris, I'm about to buy a pack of cigarettes off you too." He's like, "Yeah, go ahead." So we put each it was like $6 or $7 to the side, or maybe it was like 10. We put our 10s to the side or whatever, and then we didn't spend that money. But then he didn't come around for like 2 weeks. We tried calling him one time, he didn't answer. We were like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna smoke these cigarettes." And then he came around. We gave him that $20. But that's what it was. Like we're like, dude.
I think we just smoked them all.
I definitely remember it. I definitely remember him calling him and saying, "We're gonna buy."
No, we let him know that they were there, and he definitely didn't come through and grab.
That was the first conversation.
We hadn't seen him for months, dude. It was like 6 months.
Yeah.
We're supposed to sit there with the packs and the fucking thing for months.
No, I'm saying the second conversation. Dude. He called, said he left him. We were like, yeah. But then we called him like 2 days later and said, "Hey, I'm going to buy one." That's what happened. But then after that, we never kept calling him and saying, "Hey, we're going to buy more. Hey, we're going to buy more." We just smoked him at that point because
just people. I mean, you can't get your fucking shit. I mean, take your shit with you, dude. I'm not going to stick up for that. I got people one time, dude, our buddy leaves shit in my fucking fridge and wonders why it's not there. Yo, where's that bottle of vodka I left here like 3 months ago? What do you mean, dude?
Like what?
In my fridge? You left vodka in my fridge? I fucking drank it, dude. Or, yeah, like a 6-pack of beer. Oh, I left my beer here last time. You still got that? 2 months ago? No.
I don't fucking got it. I don't got it.
Fridge.
Yeah, it's gone,
Don't leave shit at my house and expect to come get it later. Once it visits my house, if you don't take it with you, it's mine. It's like bringing Tupperware, like a thing of mac and cheese to someone's house. Hey, you guys can have this. And then you leave. I'm going to eat the mac and cheese.
Right.
I'm not going to save the mac and cheese for you. If you leave it at my house when you leave, it's mine now. Sorry. That's how I roll, dude.
Unless they call you and they say, "Hey, don't."
I forgot that. That's a different.
But even at that point,
don't expect anything.
No, but even at that point, you still have a time period of coming back to get your shit. If you don't come back to get that food or that cigarettes or that beer,
I'm not holding it down for months, dude.
No, if you don't come back within like a week to get that shit, it's mine now. I'm drinking that 6-pack, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it either. You know what I mean?
No, you're not gonna leave a fucking carton of Newports in a fucking broke person's house. At the time, we were barely making ends meet.
There's 4 smokers who smoke menthol cigarettes.
And you got money and live with your parents. I'm smoking them fucking cigarettes, dude. I'll
And
apologize later.
They're smoking the fucking most cheapest menthols possible.
I'm not going to apologize for that now. I don't care. I'm not going to do it then. I'm not going to do it now.
Yeah, sorry.
Fuck.
Yeah. He's probably going to watch this and be like, yeah, I know, man. It's water under the bridge.
I hope he does. And if he doesn't understand.
Thanks for the noobs,
well,
Chris.
then I will right now fucking pull out of my pocket right now and I'll buy him 3 cartons, no problem.
No, it won't.
But back then, bro, it was tough. It was, bro. We gotta do what we gotta do to survive.
Bro, back then we were living in basements and converting living rooms into bedrooms just so we could afford rent so we could fucking eat stuff.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
We didn't have no fucking parents giving us money. Like, we didn't have none of that. We just was trying our best to do the right thing, survive, but still have some type of fun. That's what our life was back then, dude.
Oh, we had a great time.
Sometimes we would dip in too much fun and fuck everything up for a while.
I remember one time I couldn't get a ride home. Cody used to give me a ride home from work. He couldn't. He had something going on, so I had to walk home, right? I walk home and I hit $50 on a fucking dollar scratch off. It's like the best day of my fucking life, bro. I bought 2 packs of Fortunas. Let's go.
Hell yeah. 2 packs of cigarettes.
Man, dude, I felt like I was rich, man.
My man's smoking both those packs. He's like, I got 2 packs of cigarettes. And now I got were you even old enough to buy beer?
Isn't that crazy? That if we didn't smoke back then,
were you old enough to buy beer?
No, I don't think so.
Bro, if we didn't smoke, we'd have spent the money on something else.
No way we were old enough to buy booze. Were we?
Nah, not till later on.
We got drunk somehow.
Pat bought it
all the time.
Pat bought it for us, but we weren't 21 till the second half of living there. I think actually.
Man, those were good times, huh?
So you were buying 14.
You know what game was fun when we played there? That fucking
Cubs.
game we all got nice at. What was that? Marvel vs. Capcom 3, dude. That game was fun.
Well, you know other game I liked playing there was that stick figure 2D climber game.
Ninja and Ninja
Plus. Yeah.
Plus. Yeah.
N Plus. That game was sick. Fuck Xbox though, dude. It's PS all the way. But hey.
But yeah.
That's
and now we're here, dude. We're doing our own things.
Bro.
We're fucking living in our small towns. We'll smoke a couple small town boys. Look at our backgrounds, too. Jersey's off deck, dude. See this
now
deer
here we are.
Shot him in the fucking neck, dude.
Now here we are grown. Right?
Yeah.
Here we are grown.
I wish I could look back on those days and be like, you're going to be all right, bro.
Me too. I wish I could shake up that 14-year-old kid and be like, yo, dude, someday you're going to own your own house and you're going to own your brand new pickup truck, dude. You are. Not somebody else doing it for you. Not you getting a cosigner. You are going to own that shit someday. And for me to say that to somebody that I would have believed that was me in the future, it would have made me work harder when I was a young kid, dude. It'd be like, okay, really? That's great. But I still worked pretty hard.
In hindsight, I would go back to myself in those apartments. And when we found that carton of cigarettes, I would be like, smoke all them shit.
Smoke them still for sure.
At this point, I'm still thinking that was the best play.
You guys are gonna be rich someday. You guys are gonna be rich someday.
But at this point, you should still smoke them shit. Yeah, fuck it.
You guys are gonna be rich someday, but that day ain't today. That's the way life unfolds because everything that you got going on, everybody else has got going on. You know what I mean? It's like that video with that weird kid where he starts talking. He's like, and don't take it to like malice, but like everything that you got going on, he's got going on, and everything that everybody else has going on, you got going on, and nobody's really paying attention to like.
Dude, it was like a genius, dude. I swear to God.
Nobody's really paying
straight wisdom.
Like nobody's really paying attention to what's going on in anybody else's really life.
If you can find that video, you should clip it at the end of this because it was deep, man.
I'll put it in. Wait. I'll put it in right here.
People are just walking in front of it like we're not recording.
Hey, it happens. People are people. None of it's intentional. Never attribute to malice what can be attributed to incompetence. It's far more likely that they're all in their own worlds, doing their own thing. They're not paying attention to the world around them. And we all do it every day, whether you're driving, walking down the street, All of our lives are just as complex as everybody else's. Everything you have going on, they have going on. Nobody knows what everybody else is going through. We all just need to be a little more self-aware and aware of the world around us.
That was deep.
You gotta look deep to find the deep things. If all you ever do in your life is stay at the surface, you'll never find anything worth exploring.
Are you real?
I try to be.
Are you an AI?
No, not at all.
Anyways, yeah. So now that we're back from that video, it's that guy's brain is like he's on 1,000,000 miles an hour. And it's funny
And I
how
feel
that
like
guy's
the interview
like,
ruined it by trying to be funny because he could have had
yeah.
a really
The
intellectual
guy's like, "Are
conversation
you
with him.
AI? Are you AI?" Like, I
Yeah.
get it. He was trying to be
He could
funny.
have probably
but
had a best intellectual conversation with this guy.
with that guy,
anybody's ever known.
that guy was definitely brilliant. But I think we're gonna have to end it off on that. And
Right.
we're going to have to wrap up this week of the Dauntless. We're going to give you a lot more content this week. I think we're moving up the charts in terms of growing our channel. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed, everybody that has liked it. Matt, what do you got to say to our subscribers?
I just want to let everyone know that this isn't the only platform we're working on. We got Dauntless.pod on TikTok. We're TikTok live now. We got Dauntless on YouTube and Shorts. And is there any other ones? Do you say you were doing?
Yeah, we may be bringing a Dauntless Gaming in, and we also have a Dauntless podcast subreddit that we're trying to grow up right now.
Dauntless Gaming is up in the air. We're both gamers, and we're deciding if we want to kind of just like start streaming on
joint
YouTube.
channel.
A little joint channel.
A joint Twitch channel, but also we have a Dauntless podcast subreddit that if you want to check us out there, you'll see the normal the red and the green and the white. You'll see it. So that's how you kind of know it's us, and you'll see the D.
But we appreciate all the feedback, and just keep tuning in because it's gonna get good. I mean, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we're already. I guess
look how blue it is in my background. Look how green it is in his background, dude. We're just two.
Fucking awesome. And
DFFs.
This is
two rival teams, man.
This is episode 8, so we're really getting down to the nitty gritty now. We're seeing how it works, and every week's going to be a little bit different and a little bit better. So I hope you guys stay tuned, and until the next episode.
Next episode, go 49ers. Next episode. So.